Though Roblox Doors is a very fun and exciting game, sometimes it can just really grind your gears. These are the 10 most hated things about Roblox Doors. Let us know what you dislike about the game in the comments down below, and let's dive right into it. Number 1, laggy servers. Life is good right now. You're back from school after a long day of classes, and you decide to hop into a fresh new server for Roblox Doors in order to play with some friends. As you go through your first set of doors, you start to notice some of the doors aren't actually opening as fast as they used to. You even notice rush is slower than usual as you struggle to even get into the closet. What the heck, man? How did I die from that, bro? Well, unfortunately, you've just experienced a laggy server, and it's honestly one of the most annoying things to experience in the whole game. Especially when it comes to running away from Seek during the chase, and the doors don't even open fast enough before he catches up. It can make the game completely unplayable the further you progress. Now, most cases, the reason for these laggy servers is because that specific server that you're on is far from your location. For example, you may be playing in Los Angeles while the server may be all the way in the Philippines. That's going to slow things way down for you. Regardless, it's definitely an issue that many Door players hate and wishes that it could be fixed. Number 2, figure. Out of all the entities in Roblox Doors, it seems that everybody loves the harmless ones, such as Window just chilling right here in the lobby, or even Timothy rebuilding his little spider web for his fly feast. But when it comes to the entity figure, you can easily tell everyone has some pretty harsh words for him. Figure is easily the biggest antagonist for Roblox Doors, and especially at door 50, where he guards his library, many players struggle to get past the locked door and get caught by his antics. Even though Figure is blind, you'd think that he would be easy just to run right past him and get the codes in, but that's simply not the case. He has super abilities due to his blindness, as he is able to hear way better than the average entity. It's also why he roars a lot in order to use echolocation to his advantage. Based on a short survey, over 80% of players find Figure as the hardest entity in the game, which pretty much explains why many people hate the guy. Number 3, rushers. Sometimes you may just want to play Roblox Doors with some random people and go at your own pace. Nice and slow and peaceful. But I guess the other players in your server have other plans. It only takes one person in the server to rush forward ahead of the pack in order to trigger glitch. And though he teleports you back to the front, he does so at the cost of your health. Quite a bit of people do find these types of folks annoying, especially when they leave people hanging in the dust. Like, isn't Roblox Doors supposed to be a team-based game? Apparently it isn't to these types of players. Oh, and the most annoying thing about them is when they trigger an ambush or rush early on with players still behind. They literally have no chance of surviving if there's nowhere to hide in. Number 4, closet trollers. On the same topic of certain types of players, we do have the classic troll in his natural habitat. Closet trollers do what they are named after. They love to swipe closets away from close by players in order to get them caught by any entity that is around them. What's that? You hear Rush coming through a couple doors away and want to hide? Well, too bad! Somebody's hiding in this closet anyway! Now, the more players there are in the server, the more severe it can get, but that is part of surviving the game after all. There's only so many closets, so if you're too slow to find some shelter, then tough luck. Number 5, muted Screech. Yes, I know our parents have told us while growing up to make sure to bring a flashlight into our dark room, but sometimes you can get an unexpected jump scare from Screech. We all know that he usually does his psst right before he attacks, giving you several seconds to find him and scare him away. But sometimes, especially in some laggy servers, he may be right behind you without any warning or sounds, and just steal some of your health away. You're just going to take my health without even warning me? Okay. I mean, at least Rush's sounds still work 100% of the time. Otherwise, we'd be getting game overs left and right if he was muted. Number 6, elevator ditchers. Now this may represent the minority of players and types of trolls, but sometimes in the main lobby of public servers, you do have some wise guys who thinks it's funny to jump into an elevator and then leave last second, leaving the rest of the others a spot or even two empty for their game. In most servers, this is not a problem that most players may face, but of course there are some where this can get so out of hand that it's just not worth it to go back to that same lobby. Now an easy fix to this would be an elevator limit if you decided to leave, but I doubt that would ever happen. Number 7, lazy players. Now it's understandable, door number 50 is one of the, if not the hardest room in the whole entire game. While you have to evade the entity figure trying to collect all the necessary codes in order to unlock the door, but in most cases, you'll find newer players who tend to be afraid of figure and they like to hide in corners and not contribute to the cause. Especially since figure cannot see the players, they tend to sit around the whole time, letting other people do all the work. This isn't just limited to door 50 and figure though, especially in rooms where players need to find keys in order to progress, you may find several players just waiting by the door in order to rush ahead. Might be more beneficial going after some loot while you wait though, buddy. Number 8, game lag. Now Doors is one of those games that does take quite a bit out of your device to run properly. It's not uncommon to see other players not lagging due to their internet, but lagging since the game is just too much for their computers or devices to run on. The easiest fix to that is to lower your quality, which is a no-brainer, but even then Roblox Doors was so well made that this doesn't even fix for super old devices, so I hope you have a plan B in order to get around this issue. Number 9, dark locked rooms. Ah yes, the dark rooms once again, but the worst ones have a locked door and a key that you have to find in several bedrooms. Now if you have a flashlight handy, you are in good hands, but chances are if you haven't been playing Doors a lot, you don't have enough gold to buy one, and a lighter can only get you so far. So good luck about that. And number 10, Jack. And no, I'm not talking about myself, you silly. I'm talking about the entity Jack. He does roughly have a 5% chance of showing up inside a closet, and sometimes when you need to hide, he just randomly shows up and ruins your whole entire run. That's why you should always hide earlier than anticipated for that issue, and it's also why you should like and subscribe for more Doors content coming soon. Take care.